they're gonna keep it open till April 15th, which is supposedly when spring comes around. I know there's always jokes about second winter coming, but I thought that was super cool because, man, it gets cold on the Northeast. I can only imagine going further north up in Montreal. Those are freezing temperatures. But our next story. So this is the headline for this next story. It is new solar farms could offer sweet source of salvation for dwindling honeybee population. All right, so those of you who don't know, honeybees are crucial for the environment, crucial for plants to basically get spread out and grow and crops to populate and all that good stuff. I thought this was super important to note because solar farms, solar is clean energy. You know, it doesn't matter what political party you are, whatever it is, we can all get behind clean energy. So these solar farms are planting, well, first off, they are planning to put in over 6 million acres worth of solar farms and facilities by 2050, which is really good for the environment. One, which means that everything's going to get cleaner, go green, you know, all that stuff. And due to all these other power plants with pollution, polluting the waters, the ground around them, the soil, all that stuff is leading to this dwindling population for honeybees. And like I said, if you know anything about honeybees, they're super important to the ecosystem. And what these solar farms are planning to do is, one, when they get established and put up, it's clean energy. All they're doing is putting up solar panels. Solar panels suck in the light, store the energy, and distribute it as needed. So when you have just those solar panels getting put up, the soil is not getting dirty. The surrounding area is not polluted. There's no pollution in solar panels. It's all clean energy. And what they're doing is actually planting wildflowers that bees flock to. So wildflowers equal pollen, equal bees, equal, you know, more insects, more honeybees for more, you know, pollen and populating whatever trees and flowers and stuff. I'm not a scientist, guys, but they said that doing that basically can increase the number of birds, butterflies, bumblebees, honeybees, and all the vital insects that the circle of life needs to survive, pretty much. Those are the three topics that I wanted to cover today, and that's basically it for news. So my sources basically for the government shutdown assistance stuff that's going on, I got all that from Vox. If you want to just Google Vox, and they have a bunch of articles on that, and you can see how, if you're a government worker, where your city or town or state is in, and how you can benefit from some of these programs just to relieve just a little bit of stress, you know. And the other two I got from where I get a lot of my good news. If you follow my Instagram, it's called thegoodnewsnetwork.org. They have a ton of, you know, positive information, news, talks, history. It's really cool. And if you want to go there and donate, that's always good. I'm just trying to be, once again, I'm trying to be a conduit for positive news. We love drama. We love BS. But if we can just have a little bit of a media and viralness for good, maybe that'll make people do good, you know. But other than that, another one of the things that I want to start doing is highlighting nonprofits. One of the nonprofits I found really interesting is this place. It's a nonprofit called Rollin' from the Heart. And that's a nonprofit organization that provides disadvantaged kids as well as at-risk youths the opportunity to go skateboarding, surfing, and camping just to encourage positive changes and have a more active lifestyle. So if you know anything about disadvantaged kids and people, at-risk youths, a lot of them usually come from broken homes or the hood, you know, a lot of ghetto neighborhoods, and it's a vicious cycle. All they know is what they see. They don't, you don't want your kid to be a product of the environment if you can't get out of that environment yourself. I thought this nonprofit is awesome for doing what they're doing. They take donations, which is really cool because you can find out how you can volunteer. I have no affiliation with these guys, by the way. I'm really going to try to get in contact with them because I would love to have them on the podcast. Excuse me. But I thought that was really cool. They have a bunch of little incentives. If you want to volunteer, you can. If you want to fundraise, you can. And if you want to donate, you can donate however much you want. But they also have donations where you can get something back. They have like slap band wrist with a motivational quote on it. They have bigger donations that'll provide skateboard equipment for the kids. Just a bunch of ton of stuff. They have t-shirts and things like that. So I thought that was really cool. You guys should go check that out at rollinfromtheheart.org. And Rollin is spelled Rollin, from the heart. So go check that out, see what you can do, and I hope that inspires some people. Everything else, if there's anything I missed, contact me at limelighthighlight@gmail.com. If there's anything that you guys want to add or fact check me on, maybe I got something wrong, feel free. I ain't going to get my feelings hurt. Like I said, I want this to be a very interactive podcast. What else to leave you guys with? Oh, January 22nd is Mental Health Awareness Day. So a lot of people make fun of people with mental health issues. A lot of people have mental health issues and feel, embarrassed to talk about it. But go out, make sure the people you love, the people you're surrounded by are okay, just by asking them how you doing today. That can go a long way. Make sure you show them you care. That's all that is. Other closing remarks I got is that's about it, really. If you guys want, you can. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's it. I'm looking at my notes. Like I said, it's trial and error thing. It's going to be a little rough in the beginning, but thanks for sticking with me. I'm going to end this podcast on a high note with one of my favorite quotes of the week, which is from Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And the quote goes, "The means must be as pure as the end. For the long run of history, immoral destructive means cannot bring about moral and constructive ends." I thought that was really, really powerful. I mean, a lot of what that guy said is powerful. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That guy changed history and our future for the better. And that's all I got for you guys today. Once again, this has been the Limelight Highlight Podcast. Tune in next week to see what you get when you mix a Buddhist with some poker and what an 86-year-old cancer survivor is doing with her time. Other than that, you can follow me at limelighthhighlight@gmail. I'm sorry. You can email me at limelighthhighlight@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at limelighthhighlight, Facebook Limelight Highlight, and Twitter is JohnRio215. I got to update that thing and try to stay proactive on there. There's a lot of this is a job. This is a second job. Jeez. But anyway, I'm going to stop bugging you guys and getting in on your ear. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If there's anything you guys want to add, I can't stress that enough. Feel free to contact me. Please leave a review if you like. Leave a rating in iTunes or whatever platform you're streaming this podcast off. It'll really help with the podcast getting out there, as well as all the good news that people are missing in their lives. As always, this is the Limelight Highlight. I'm your host, Jonathan Rosario. Be humble, be helpful, pay it forward, and be the best you, and go spread that love, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.